Have you ever heard of John Baptiste Pointe du Sable? He is an African American and he is credited with having discovered Chicago. Let me tell you about him. John Baptiste Pointe du Sable was born in 1745 in the village of Saint Marc on the island of Saint Dominique in the region which is now known as the country of Haiti. His mother was African and a former slave. His father was a French mariner who took du Sable to France for his education. There the boy acquired taste for fine art and culture, as well as languages. He spoke French, and he learned English and Spanish. He assembled an impressive collection of valuable works of art. Du Sable sailed on his father's ship as a seaman. On one of the voyages from Saint Dominique to the then French colony, which is now known as New Orleans, the ship was damaged. The boat sank and Du Sable was injured. However, he was able to make his way to the mainland, but he lost his identity papers. The Spaniards had taken control of the city, and Du Sable faced arrest and even enslavement. Fortunately for him, a group of Jesuits protected him while he recovered from his injuries. After his recovery, he felt compelled to explore the interior of the American wilderness, the United States. Du Sable went up the Mississippi River to the area now known as the state of Illinois. In the early 1700s, he settled in what is now known as Peoria, Illinois. There he gradually acquired more than 800 acres of land. Having learned several Indian language and mastered diplomatic skills, Du Sable formed a close relationship with the Potawatomi tribe, an Indian tribe. Some say that he joined the tribe. Others say that the tribe gave him his common-law wife. Her native name was Kihahawa, but Du Sable called her Catherine. It is likely that they had an Indian marriage ceremony. Catherine and Du Sable had 2 children, a daughter, Suzanne, and a son, John. In the late 1700s, Du Sable made his way north. He traveled as far as the Great Lakes area, to the area that is present-day Chicago. Europeans had avoided this area because it was a damp, barren, and marshy area, not a desirable place. It was called the place of bad smells. There was also a fierce Native American population, meaning they weren't friendly. Du Sable viewed the place differently, and again he was able to befriend the tribes who counted him as a brother. On the site of the current Tribune Tower in downtown Chicago, he established the first permanent home in the region. This home was a 5-room structure with all the amenities of his day. Du Sable created a complex of commercial buildings and thriving businesses. He added a trading post, a bakehouse, a smokehouse, a dairy, a mill, a horse stable, and a barn. So he had quite a complex, which became the main trade and supply for trappers, woodsmen, pioneers, and Native Americans. He traded some of the products that he acquired with locations as far away as Detroit and Canada. The trading post was enormously successful, and Du Sable's reputation extended widely throughout the region. As a result, he became very wealthy. In 1784, Du Sable brought Catherine and his 2 children to join him, so you see he did not desert his family. He was a devout Catholic and had a priest to marry him and Catherine. Their granddaughter, who arrived in 1796, had the distinction of being the first child born in what was destined to become the great city of Chicago. For somewhat mysterious reasons, DuSable left his prosperous settlement on May 7, 1800, having sold his entire estate for only $1,200. He spent the following years back in Peoria. In 1813, he joined his granddaughter in St. Charles, Missouri, where he died almost penniless and was buried in 1818. Ironically, in that same year, Illinois became a state. DuSable's legacy is a vital part of Chicago's history and its economic significance to the development of the modern U.S. economy. From a small trading post to the largest commercial center in the heartland, his vision was the foundation on which a major metropolis was built. On October 25, 1968, DuSable was officially recognized as the founder of Chicago by the city and state of Illinois.